Hello, it's January 28th. I wanted to get back to my video because February 1st is when we are going to have some in-person classes. I think many of you, at least students and the faculty, know that already. But what I do want you to know is that we spent a lot of time before making that decision. We made it for several reasons. First of all, in December, when we decided to go completely remote for the beginning of the semester, we had mentioned at that time that we were going to try to allow classes to resume, some classes to resume, those that have been in person in the fall, to also do in person. And there really was no compelling reason why not to do that. Now, there were reasons both ways, to continue to stay remote or to start some in-person classes. In terms of continuing to stay remote, certainly the death rate is still very, very high. The variants of the primary virus has started gaining a foothold, and there's a number that have been diagnosed in Michigan, and that's all very, very concerning. On the other hand, the numbers of cases have been going down quite a bit, and certainly in Michigan, as well as the United States. In fact, for the United States, it's gone down about 35% over the past 3 weeks. When we look at more locally and look at our trigger metrics, all of the metrics that we follow were in the green, which means that everything was fine. Our percent positivity have been in a fraction of a percent for a while now. But more importantly, or as importantly, the percent positivity in Detroit had gone below 5%. And all the other metrics were looking very, very good. So we felt that despite the fact that the variants are a concern, that we've turned the corner. We still have to continue to be very vigilant, but that it was worth a try. Now, why has the cases been going down so drastically? Well, a couple of thoughts about that. First is that I think most people are being much more compliant with masks and social distancing. One could speculate as to the reason why. Certainly our president of the United States has been making that a priority. But I think that a lot of people are being more compliant right now because they know the vaccine is just right around the corner if they haven't already received it, and they don't want to get the virus right as the vaccine is available to them. That makes a lot of sense. The other reason, and this may surprise you a little bit, is that there could be a little bit of herd immunity, the early stages of herd immunity going on. When you think about how many people have contracted the virus naturally, some have been diagnosed, but many have not been diagnosed, but they still have contracted the virus. And then the about 25 million people who have already received the vaccine, then about a third of the US population will either have some natural immunity from having gotten the disease, or will have gotten immunity from the vaccine. So that's enough it's not enough in terms of actual herd immunity, but it's enough to maybe slow things down just a little bit. Speaking of vaccines, I got my second shot today of the Moderna vaccine. My arm is just a little bit sore, but so far no other side effects, and so I'm very pleased about that. That means in about 9 days I'll be fully immunized, and I can go and get my hair cut. In terms of Michigan and vaccination, Michigan actually has been doing a pretty good job. Some of you who've been trying to get the vaccine may wonder about that. The truth of the matter is it's a national distribution problem. It's not a state-by-state problem. When you look at throughout the entire United States, Michigan is in the top third for the percent of vaccines that they've received being distributed into being used up. And so that's good. And if you look at the top 20 most populous states, Michigan is about third or fourth in terms of best. Michigan is doing fine. It's just a national distribution problem, which hopefully will get worked out soon. Okay, I do want to just talk a little bit about books. The book I'm reading now is called Shanghai Girls. It's a book by Lisa C. I mentioned previously that I like historical novels. This one is based in the late 1930s. It's about these two girls from a upper middle class family. Two beautiful girls, apparently. They modeled and everything. And their father was a gambler and gambled away everything. So they had to get married, an arranged marriage, to two Chinese boys who went back to the United States. The girls did not go immediately back. They were supposed to catch a boat and go back, but they didn't. They really didn't like the boys, and they were going to try to stay in Shanghai. But then the Japanese came and started bombing China, and particularly the Shanghai area, and they were affected, and so they had to leave. The thing about this, and so they're in the United States now, but they've been in the detention, the immigration detention area. And the thing that this book exposes is just how poorly the Chinese were treated, even more poorly than other Asians, than the Japanese or the Koreans. It's really shameful how the Chinese were treated, and we'll see if things get better as for these two girls as they get out of the detention center, but they've been in for a pretty long time. Is it a good book? Yeah, it's a good book, but you know, I personally prefer another one of Lisa C's book, the tea girl of Hummingbird Lane. It's about tea growing in a region, a fairly remote region of China. And this girl, she has a baby, has to give the baby up. The baby is adopted by a family, moves to the United States, and the baby grows up and is trying to find the mother. I won't give the story away, but it's actually a very interesting story. And one of the things I did enjoy about it, this was set in the late 1980s. One of the things I did enjoy about it is it really went into the growth of the tea industry for China, particularly a kind of tea called pure tea, which has gone to be very, very expensive. So it was, both books are interesting. I prefer the Tea Girl of Hummingbird Lane a little bit more, at least at this stage right now. I've read some other books, but I won't go into those at this time. Until I see you again, I hope that you continue to wear your mask, stay socially distanced, and take special care of yourself and your family. For those who are able to take classes in person, enjoy your experience and stay safe. Warrior strong.